Hi, it's Guvluv84Arya of OSNST Limited, and before I get started, I just want to sell my Spy Ninjas t-shirt, my hoodie, my Spy Ninjas hoodie. If you haven't watched the Spy Ninjas, you need to get with it. You need to get with the times and start watching the Spy Ninjas and shit, because they're one of the funniest. My favorite YouTubers are the Spy Ninjas. Okay. But there's something else I wanted to talk about. I'm sitting in the back garden, such a lovely day, see nice blue sky, very nice day today. So I just wanted to talk about something that's been playing on my mind, and it's going to be about 10 minutes, so brace yourself for a bit of seminar, professor lecture and shit. So I want to talk about our dreams we have. Yeah, so here it goes. Dreams. Now, dreams are amazing. I'm sure you've had dreams. Well, hopefully you have. But dreams, I believe, are insights to other worlds, other dimensions. Now, some people might be looking at some of the blogs I post on Instagram and think, what's Gov talking about? Fairies and elves and hobgoblins and wizards and giants and dwarves and, you know, the something that can only be described as Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or Harry Potter. You know, people might be thinking, Gov's a fully grown man, he shouldn't be thinking about these fairy tales and things like that. But it's more than fairy tales. It's other worlds, other dimensions. So I just wanted to break down what my belief is. If you've got a basic grasp of physics of science, you learn that everything is made up of atoms. Now, atoms are the most tiniest particles. They're so small. And they have protons and neutrons, electrons, and some are positively have a positive charge, some a neutral charge, and some don't have a charge at all. It's made of like I think a nucleus. I can't remember exactly because I haven't read about it in a long time, but basically it's all about atoms. Now the atoms are vibrating at such a rate and speed that it makes everything that's a solid, a gas, a liquid, the materials, you know, things that are hard. It's because the atoms are vibrating at a certain rate, a certain speed, that makes the reality that we are living in, the current reality. Now, what pervades these atoms is energy, like an electronic current, a charge. And the energy that exists throughout all particles, all atoms, it cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed, but it can only be transferred. Now, in spirituality, in religion, they say that God has no beginning, God has no end, or Goddess has no beginning, Goddess has no end. So it's very similar to the scientific research where they say that the energy cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed, it only can be transferred. So if you think about dreams, the dreams we have, I really believe, because of the reality that we're currently living on this planet Earth, it's because we're experiencing an existence or something we consider our reality based on the atoms vibrating at a certain speed, a certain rate, which makes our reality what it currently is, what we're experiencing. And we have a conscious energy which makes us alert and aware of what's going on around us and try to perceive or make sense of what's going on. So when we're dreaming, I really believe our consciousness, the energy that's present in the atoms, it's experiencing another reality, another dimension, another world. And I'm sure by the dreams some of you have had, there's some scary worlds out there, and there's some amazing worlds out there. And scientists have counted billions upon billions of galaxies in the universe, and they're still counting. Now, currently the solar system we're living on is such a tiny small planet compared to the other planets in the solar system, and the sun, the star, and the star that we are orbiting in the solar system is so tiny compared to other stars and other galaxies and other parts of the universe. So we really are really small. We are like atoms ourselves in size compared to other galaxies and other stars out there. So it's all about the vibrating and the speed in which the atoms are vibrating. So, you know, I really believe, do I believe there's fairies at the bottom of my garden? In this reality, no. I believe in the reality that we live on this planet Earth. Can you see that plane? It's a sign. It's Fuck all happens on this planet. This planet's shit. Nothing happens on this planet. It's just exaggeration, it's superstition, and fuck all happens on this planet. The only good thing about this planet is in the ancient times you have magnificent monuments like the ancient Egyptian pyramids, or the Aztec, ancient indigenous Americans, Incas, or the Mayans of South America, and those technologies in engineering and building and construction, and certain in India as well, Asia. And then you have, would you have it, certain retreats where you can go and do some relaxation in a retreat somewhere where it's got beautiful scenery, a nice horizon, nice sunset, nice sunrise, and things like that. That's the only good thing about this planet. But other than that, it's a load of bollocks. Fuck what happens on this planet. So if you really to think about your dreams, I've had dreams where it's so futuristic that can only be described as like a Star Wars type dream, where it's and the clearness of the dream is like it's more clearer than anything any technology can produce in regards to HD or whatever they call it nowadays, or the no matter how much a set of glasses might improve your eyesight, it's still so clear and so clear in definition, but so colourful and so advanced and so technologically unexplainable that you can't say you've seen it in a movie, you haven't read it in a book, you haven't seen it in a picture, but you're experiencing something so futuristic. So I don't believe that's just a figment of my imagination. I really believe when we experience dreams like that, we are really tuning into the frequency of the energy of other atoms vibrating at a different speed in a different galaxy, in a different part of the universe, and experiencing another reality. So it's like an insight. We're experiencing an insight into another world or other worlds. And then I've had dreams where it's like very magical, like phoenix dragons or phoenix birds or dragons, or the fairies and the elves, the hobbits, the dwarves, and a very magical existence that's been described by the ancient Celtic mythology or the Norse mythology of ancient Europe, where they describe other realms and other worlds where these beings and these supernatural things exist and go on. So I don't believe in the ancient times, it's a case where they say in the old times these things used to happen but not anymore. I believe fuck all happened in the old times on this planet as well, but I believe the masters, the spiritual masters of those times, experienced some sort of insight into another world, another dimension where these supernatural things do happen and do exist. So I'm not denying the supernatural, I'm just saying on this shitty planet fuck all happens on this shitty planet, but in other worlds I believe the far-fetched is possible. So it's all about what they describe. I believe there's not just one heaven or one hell. I believe there's many heavens and there's many hells, because you can experience a blissful dream where it's so amazing and you don't want it to end, but you can have a nightmare where you just can't wait to wake up from, or you wish is a nightmare, you wish is not reality. So there's many different dimensions. Some are good, some are bad, some are neutral, some are blissful. So it's all about how do we get to these amazing galaxies, how do we get to these amazing dimensions. And they say it's based on our karma, our good deeds and our bad deeds in life. Do our good deeds outweigh our bad deeds in life? But I don't think it's going to be easy to get to a beautiful one of the many heavens in this universe. I think it's really going to be hard. So who sets the bar? And I really come to the conclusion, I really believe the nuns and the monks of any religion of the planet, whatever that religion may be, when they make a vow of renunciation and they detach and take a step back from the worldly affairs of life, and they just detach and make a vow of renunciation for many things, they set the bar of what it's going to take to reach one of these many blissful, amazing dimensions, one of these amazing worlds. So does that mean that we as human beings have to make a vow of renunciation in order to go to a different galaxy or take form in another universe or another galaxy, a parallel universe? Do we all have to make a vow of renunciation? No, because I really believe renunciation is based when you get a personal calling from Mother Goddess or Father Lord, when you get that vow personally directly to your spirit in your heart to make a vow of renunciation, not when someone tells you you have to make a vow of renunciation. And the best way to decide whether you make it there or not is if you were to sit with nuns and monks in your lifetime in this dimension, like the sadhus in India who detach from all money and all materialistic things. If you irritate their spirit and they get annoyed by you and they don't want you around, the chances are they won't want you around in the heavens either. But if they are happy to have your company, even if you are living in a life where you live in something that can be considered in the skyscrapers in the major cities, but you don't irritate a nun or a monk who's detached. The chances are they won't mind your spirit being around in one of the blissful heavens that they may go to, or you may go to, if they don't mind you being around. So that's all I'm going to say. So that's Guvluv84Arya of OSNST Limited. Peace.